Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This evening, we're going to be talking about Zodiac, the movie that made everyone in 2007 feel like a detective, a conspiracy theorist, and a nervous wreck who suddenly started analyzing handwriting on every coffee receipt. If you ever wanted to solve a decades-old murder mystery, but also be emotionally exhausted by Jake Gyllenhaal's slow descent into obsession, congratulations, this one is for you. So, before Zodiac was an expertly crafted David Fincher thriller, it was, unfortunately, real life. Back in the late 1960s, a mysterious man calling himself the Zodiac Killer decided Northern California was his personal game of Clue. Except nobody ever found the body, the weapon, or, well, even him. He taunted newspapers with cryptic letters, mailed ciphers like it was evil Wordle, and basically became America's first true crime influencer. The dude had a brand. A circle with a cross, a spooky voice, and a knack for PR. If Twitter had existed back in 1969, this guy would have had a blue checkmark and a Netflix deal before the cops even showed up. So let's fast forward a few decades, and director David Fincher, the same guy who made Facebook terrifying in The Social Network, decided to turn this cold case into cinematic gold. He took police reports, interviews, and evidence, then mixed them with so much realism you could practically smell the stale coffee and cigarette smoke. The movie stars Jake Gyllenhaal as cartoonist turned sleuth Robert Graysmith, Mark Ruffalo as the world's most patient detective, and Robert Downey Jr. as a journalist who drinks more than the plot requires, which, to be fair, is quite a bit. Now, Zodiac isn't your typical slasher flick. There's barely any gore, and yet it's one of the most unsettling films ever made. Fincher replaces jump scares with existential dread and fluorescent lighting. Seriously, this movie makes a newsroom look scarier than a haunted house. It's long, like I hope you packed a lunch long, but it earns every minute. Each scene drags you deeper into obsession, confusion, and even paranoia. And by the end, you're not sure if you're watching a movie or applying for a job at the SFPD. And the tension? Oh boy, the tension. The basement scene alone could power a small city on pure anxiety. I've seen horror films with demons less terrifying than that one guy who just stands there quietly. What makes Zodiac so brilliant and so unnerving is that it's about people who can't let go. The killer may have vanished, but obsession doesn't. It's like the world's most disturbing group project where nobody ever graduates. It's also oddly relatable. So have you ever gone down a rabbit hole on YouTube at 3 a.m. trying to just check one thing, and suddenly you're convinced you've cracked a 50-year-old mystery? Yeah, that's the movie. Except replace Reddit threads with microfilm and insomnia. With, well, more insomnia. Fincher nails the tone, meticulous, haunting, and drenched in vintage dread. The performances? Phenomenal. The pacing? Well, it's a bit of a slow burn, but one that will leave you both satisfied and suspicious of your mailman. So if I had to nitpick, is that you might leave the movie feeling you need some closure. Which, funny enough, is exactly how the real case ended too. The Zodiac was never officially caught. Somewhere that guy might have watched this movie and thought to himself, hey guys, nice lighting. So yeah, Zodiac gets a solid 4.5 out of 5 from me. It's not just a movie, it's a reminder that true evil sometimes hides behind puzzles, coffee cups, and never-ending search for truth. Also, never trust anyone who sends handwritten letters anymore. Email exists for a reason. So if you're in the mood for a beautifully shot, anxiety-inducing masterpiece about obsession, mystery, and journalism, Zodiac is your next case file. Just remember, once you start looking into it, you may just never stop. Thanks for watching, detectives. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and maybe not start your own murder board, because trust me, those pins get awfully expensive. And until our next case, everybody have a great night.